This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you for the first time since we have had this podcast in existence, the Boston Red Sox are World Series champions!
So awesome. And it didn't take until 3 a.m. to win.
I know. That was so crazy. I mean, I feel bad for all the events that we talked about on Saturday because everybody must have shown up just like zombies to those events. It was quite an ordeal. Now, I know that Blake is more of the sport fanatic.
Yes. Proper word.
Was he up for the entire game?
Let me tell you, I'll word it this way. My husband, who, yes, is the sport fanatic where it comes baseball, football especially, so 'tis the season to be tired, I guess. He's not going to need any makeup for today. The day that we're recording is Halloween. We record the day before this episode comes out, so he's not going to need any makeup because he looks like a zombie.
He looks like natural Pete Davidson.
And
I don't know if you saw the photos that have been flying around. I know you, Kim Kalunian and Ted Nesi of WPRI. They're married.
Yes. Fantastic couple.
Yeah, they dressed up for a Halloween party as Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. I think it was just on their own Facebook pages. They were considering sharing it. But Ted Nesi looked spot on to Pete Davidson, and he had like just those little dark circles under the eyes like Pete Davidson does.
Yep.
Holy cow, it was spot on. It was great. But anywho.
He kind of looks like him, like facial structure-wise. So
a little bit. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. Wow, awesome. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so we're nonetheless, Blake definitely is going to enjoy this weekend's setting the time back. I'll tell you what, I think all New England sports fans are saying, thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you.
I have been so confused with that because I had seen a Facebook post somewhere that said that I needed to set the clocks back last week.
No.
And I was all confused. I didn't. Who adjusts clocks nowadays, anyways? Because between the iPhone, the Apple Watch, satellites, and the radio and everything, it does it on itself. When I went last week to 2 weeks ago now to Seattle and flew there, came back. And even crossed the time zone while I was out there, I never once had to adjust my clocks because it did it automatically.
Right? It's amazing. It's the oven clocks. And for me, as a mom trying to get my kids out the door in the morning to the bus and everything, it's my oven clock. I need to start relying upon my watch that's actually on my hand, my Apple Watch, because that one will be right. But I don't know why. It's the oven or the microwave that I'm looking at consistently through the morning. Like 3 minutes left, 2 minutes, go, go, go. So
it's the
the shuffle.
You need it. What was the old school Nintendo or Sega game that used 10, 9 times running out. It had like, I don't know if it was Mortal Kombat or one of those games. Anywho, but look, it's nonetheless, we don't have to worry about that. But more important news, after this weekend,
tell me,
Tuesday, Election Day, after that, the election ads are over.
And Christmas ads begin.
And take it away, Rudolph.
Seriously, I don't watch regular television. You know, I have an Apple TV and I stream things, whether it's Prime or on Netflix, or I listen to podcasts through it, except This Is Us. So I use the NBC app to watch This Is Us live on TV. Yep. Holy smokes. As if I wasn't crying enough watching This Is Us. Then come in all the mean ads. I cannot wait for it to be over.
Yeah, it really is like, it's just, and has your mailbox been just getting overloaded with these giant, like 8.5 by 11 is the smallest size I've gotten.
At least, yeah.
And now they're 11 by 17. They're legal size. It's just Stop.
I have had fun. I'm in a very political district.
You are.
In like pretty much the most important political district in the state. I'll put it that way right now. Someone in my district has a very important role in the state.
Yes.
And it's been fun. I've been visited a lot, and I just act dumb. I don't know who you are. Tell me. And
well, the funny thing is I fill in on talk radio from time to time, and I'll have people say to me like, well, how do I vote for the speaker, or how do I vote against the speaker? Mm-hmm. Well, you live in Westerly, so you really can't.
You can't.
Okay,
you got to be neighbors with Mary Larson.
You live in Pawtucket, so you know.
It's insane.
It's crazy. And listen, it's a life of public service. People want to do this. Yes. They want to get into it. Fine, go for it. Have at it. It is a grind. Mm-hmm. And the ads, my philosophy of this, and I don't want to get political, because we've done very good at we don't accept political we don't accept political ad dollars, but I will say this: I think in a state our size there should be a cap on how much advertising you can spend per office. If you're going to be the governor, cap it at $1 million. If you're running for lieutenant governor, 900,000 or whatever, and step it down appropriately, because it's just too much, and it's the attacks on everything. It's just, well, tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you're going to do?
Are you a nice person? Do I trust you? Because as of now, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's just insane. So, hey, listen, good luck to all the candidates out there. And if you're driving around this weekend, you're looking for something fun to do, whether you're out there on the road getting errands done or going door to door in Mary's neighborhood campaigning.
Non-stop.
Sit back, listen, enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the information for you on our show notes, Wicked, on the website. Wow, Ben, get ahead of the game,
man.
Here.
You got this.
Stay hot. You know where the information is, wickedroadypodcast.com.
I'm going to take a brief moment to tell you, I've taught my children that when people come dressed up to the door, they're generally coming to talk about their religion. So we often act like we're not home. So they've been saying, those people are here with their books again. I'm like, no, those are elected officials this time, honey.
They want to talk to you, Ma.
Everyone wants to talk. Well, all right. Aside from the elections, what else do we have that's going on that is wicked interesting this week?
Rhode Island Comic-Con, ladies and gentlemen. It's the biggest show in the smallest state. It's presented this year by Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, and it usually just takes place at the Rhode Island Convention Center and the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Mm-hmm. Well, they've expanded, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't. They didn't add a layer to the Dunk or the Convention Center. They will also have part of their convention at the Omni, which is connected by that
fancy.
Well, they're a fancy kind of show,
They
Mary.
are.
So they will have that going on. And, of course, the Rhode Island Comic-Con is just loaded with people. James Murray will be there. Hayden Christensen, Keither Sutherland, Tim Curry. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Natalia Tenna, Randy Quaid, James Murray, as I've mentioned, Zachary Levi. Levy or Levi?
I think it's Levi. Oh, but I love him. He is the voice of Flynn Rider from Rapunzel from Tangled. He's a great singer.
And perhaps one of the people I am most excited to see that probably nobody else cares about. Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Yes, amazing.
Tony Danza will be there. You got cast from Stranger Things. You got voiceover artists. The Queen, Elvira will be there. Cassandra Peterson. Yeah, Emma Dumont. it just does not
end. And Tim Curry,
Spencer
for those
Wiley.
who don't know, he was like the original It. He was that original creepy clown.
Yes, and I didn't know that. I knew him as the pirate, Long John Silver.
Yeah.
On Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, and he's also the transvestite from Transylvania from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, he's all over the place.
You got to do what you got to do these days, to earn a buck. Well, it's happening the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday from 3 to 9 p.m., Saturday from 10 to 7 p.m., Sunday from 10 to 5 p.m., and this is just going to be a great show. Do yourself a favor. If you're going to go online and do the research.
Yes.
We got the link for you, but figure out how you're going to go through the show where you want to go to see the photo ops, if you want to meet, get autographs, if you want to get celeb packs, if you want to get group photo opportunities, they'll have some of those available. There's a really cool thing Saturday night from 7:30 to 9:30 at Dave & Buster's at the Providence Place Mall. There is going to be a skee ball championship, the 2018.
Amazing.
The biggest, it's kind of like MMA. You have all the lead up fights, and then you have the main one. The main one is going to be Joey Fatone.
Oh, yes.
Versus James Murray in skee ball.
I'm looking at this lineup. I don't always remember actors' names for who they are actually in films, but we've got Tom Felton, who is Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And we have Gwendolyn Christie, who is Brienne of Tarth for all of our Game of Thrones fans. I mean, she's a beloved character. So, man, between the skee ball and all of the different fandoms we've got going on, Providence is going to be the place to be this weekend, huh?
It is going to be a happening. It will be a happening. So that is happening all this weekend, folks. Go on the website. It's loaded with information. I'll be there all weekend hosting the Facebook Lives. So if you see me, please come up, say hello. Would love to. I'll give you an autograph too, and I won't even charge you. So how about that? How about that? That's our wicked interesting pick of the week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what's wicked fun in the 401.
Well, Ben, first and foremost, please take your pinky and raise it in the air. We're going to be fancy right now.
We need some Vivaldi going on.
We need some serious fancy music going on right now. Because if any of you are fans or were fans of the show Downton Abbey that aired on PBS, I heard that they're making a movie of it. I need to see if that's actually true. But your neck of the woods, the George Hale Free Library in Warren, they're having a Downton Abbey style tea on Sunday from 3 to 6. So pinkies up, my friends, because they had this back in 2015, a wonderful time having a tea and auction, and now they're going to be doing it. Oh, yes, they're saying for sure. A Downton Abbey film is in the works. So this is the way that they're going to be celebrating. So Sunday from 3 to 6, you get to come and enjoy savory pastries, pinkies up, of course, musical entertainment. There will be a nice silent auction, lots of different items from local businesses. All the proceeds are going to be able to support programs and services that the library offers, the town of Warren, and really that whole area of East Bay. But it's going to be a fancy tea, and you can come in a little fancy outfit with any of your friends who enjoyed Downton Abbey as well. And Ben, you and I and Blake, we got to go see Downton Abbey. But back when they had it, what was it? Was it P-Pack?
Yes, the Vets. It was right on at the Vets. It was a great. It was a really cool event. They had a special opening, which was later requested to be stopped being played by the Downton Abbey people. They're like, "Hey, this is really good, so good that it is borderline. Can you just hold off for a little bit?" And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rhode Island PBS was like, asked us. I was working at Cardi's at the time. We're like, well, it's your show. You guys tell them no. But it was everything was fine. But yeah, it was great. I think it was going into one of their final seasons. It was really cool. So
yeah.
So this is the place to play Vivaldi, not Pink's Raise Your Glass, right?
Correct. And just so many people, in addition to loving Downton Abbey, I feel like there's been a lot of love for England with all the royal weddings and the royal babies and everything going on. And everyone wants to try to be a little fancy from time to time, try their tea, try their own British accent. So no Pink. Yes, Vivaldi.
On the way out, they could play "'Cause We'll Never Be Royals."
Oh, yes, I love it.
Just follow it right through, Lord. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Well, speaking about music, what do you have next on our Wicked Fun?
Here it goes again. OK Go, the live video tour. Now, OK Go, if you're not familiar with, they have done the music that has the awesome videos. Most people write music for the music, not OK Go. Well, they do write it for the music, but they create these incredible experiences when they do their music videos. You remember the group that had the treadmills? Very low budget, was one camera, and they just rehearsed and choreographed to their whole song, Here It Goes Again, and that's when they had the 4 treadmills with the 4 band members. Well, they have done a bunch of other videos, including flying through the air, in that plane that's like the zero gravity plane.
Yes.
they've done a whole video in zero gravity, which was incredible to watch how they did it, the making of. They did one video where they drove through the desert out in California or Arizona somewhere, and they set up buckets and pipes and all this stuff, and they had a Chevy car, a Chevy vehicle. I don't know which one it was. It was a couple years ago, but as they drove, there were things that they would pull off the car that would stick out, and as they drove through at a certain speed, it would make the music. It was really incredible.
It's great. Like, their musicality is fantastic, but as you said, even what takes it to the next level are these videos.
Yes. So they will be performing their songs live and in sync with 20 of their iconic videos, pausing for Q&A sessions with the crowd. And they'll also have some special performances. This is something really cool. They'll be performing on handbells. They'll have high-tech, low-tech, basic pieces of instruments, basic, random devices, items that they use to make their music. They'll have that. They'll have the family interaction. By the way, this is totally an all ages show.
Yeah,
you can bring kids. You can bring kids to this. It's really cool.
And they're having it early so that you can bring kids. You have down here that the show starts at 3?
No, it's on Saturday, November 3rd at 8 p.m.
Oh, okay. I can read.
On Saturday, November at 8 p.m. at the Vets. Yeah, no, it's 8 p.m. at the Vets. It's going to be a great show, which really coincides with the Rhode Island Comic-Con. So when you think about it, like having Comic-Con on top of this wonderful thing, I wonder if the guys from OK Go will peruse the Comic-Con. They seem like the type.
I totally think they will.
They seem like the type.
Wear a little mask and they won't get recognized.
Absolutely. That'd be a great video bit right there. So that is happening on Saturday, November 3rd. It's the OK Go live video tour over at the Vets. So what else?
Yeah.
What else? Yes.
We're like talking about this with like all the Comic-Con. We've got the music, and of course Halloween has just wrapped up. So we want to get rid of those pumpkins, those jack-o'-lanterns, and one of the best ways to do that is by launching the pumpkins into the nether region. So into the nether world, we can just launch
I was going to
them.
say, well, if we're launching it into the nether regions, that's been referred to on Austin Powers as a different areas. We want to launch it into outer space, or
that's
attempt
what
to, right?
Trying to do exactly. Sorry.
Gather yourself, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The kids are welcome.
The kids are totally welcome to this event down at
Johnny Knoxville will not be there.
The Farmer's Daughter down in Wakefield. So we're trying to make sure we're covering all aspects of the state. So we've got the East Bay, we've got Providence, now we're down in Wakefield. The 16th annual pumpkin launch is taking place on Saturday from 12:30 to 2:30. This has been going on for 16 years. How fun is that? So this is,
awesome.
a huge event, of course. They're actually listed as one of the top 10 things to do in November. Super fun event, especially on a fall day. They're going to have games and crafts also for the kids. But basically, they take pumpkins and they launch them in the air, and then they explode when they hit the ground. I mean, how much more fun could that be?
What is better than that?
Right? Amen. Amen. So that, once again, is taking place Saturday during the day, especially if you're in the southern part of the state. You may not be heading to Comic-Con or to the concert that night. I highly suggest you check out the pumpkin launch.
Very cool. Hey, Mary, we try to also give events that are educational at times. There is a really cool photography workshop coming up, and the title of it is Photographing.
We are wicked smart today, Ben. We're wicked smart.
Give me the candy. Where's the candy from last night? I need it. Photographing architecture with your iPhone. So if you've ever been interested in improving your photo skills but confused by all the digital options out there now,
yes.
Jane Armour, who is a really talented fine art photographer, will lead a 3-session. So this goes over the course of 3 weeks. Hands-on workshop that will have you photographing like a pro from your iPhone.
What?
She's going to teach you just the basics and just how to look at things. This will all be done down in Newport. This is part of the Newport Preservation Societies. It'll be happening at the Isaac Bell House, the Chateau sur Mer and Kingscote.
Oh, fancy.
And yes, by the way, P.S., you need an iPhone.
Okay.
For this class.
No Androids.
BYOI phone. BYOI.
I like it.
This just days after the heels of the new release of the new Mac products that are out there, which I'm very excited about. Ooh. But listen, admission is limited. You do need to purchase a ticket. If you're a member of the Preservation Society, which is a wonderful, wonderful organization down there at the Newport Mansions, it's only $75 for the 3 days. If you're general public, it's $95. That's not bad, especially if you're into this. This is going to be a class that's going to give you, because look, you know, we say iPhone, but you will be able to translate a lot of these skills over to regular camera or anything in general, and it also give you a good education on different things to look at when looking at photography. So check that out. We have the links on our website, but that is the photography workshop. You learn how to photograph architecture with your iPhone down there at the Newport Mansions. It's really great. Admission is limited, though. You have to buy your tickets in advance online.
All right, Ben, what do you have for this week's Wicked family-friendly event?
Well, you know, we were talking just about launching the pumpkins. Well, we're not ready to launch the pumpkins just yet. It's the final weekend of the Jackolantern Spectacular over there at Roger Williams Park Zoo, and it has been a wonderful show by all accounts. It has been a great fundraiser for the zoo. Check that out. That's happening this weekend. They will close on Sunday night. You still need to plan your tickets ahead of time as far as, you know, you timed entry on the weekends. But if you haven't seen it, folks, wow. What a great job they did over there. It is truly, truly incredible.
And so also, I want to let you know, moving into the fall, in addition to saying farewell to the Jack-o'-lanterns, I have one other event that I wanted to recommend for your family, but really for anybody. It's going to be the opening day of the Pawtucket Farmers Market indoors. We know that they've been having it a lot outdoors all spring and summer, and it's been glorious in Lippett Park off of Hope Street in Providence. But now is time. They'll do every fall, every November, they move it indoors to the Hope Artiste Village. And if you have yet to visit this farmers market, I highly recommend you go. There's, of course, always music. It's not just food. There's different artisans and vendors. And because it's in the Hope Artist Village, all of the stores that line the hallways open up generally. I mean, there's different little restaurants, there's all sorts of shops. So you can even start your holiday shopping there while you're picking up your groceries, while you're checking out some music and eating a baguette from a fancy bakery. So check it out. That is going to be going on, of course, all winter long. But this is the first weekend that takes place on Saturday mornings from like 9 to 1, the Pawtucket Farmers Indoor Markets.
And it doesn't cost you anything to get into the market, does it?
No,
so
it
it's
doesn't. Oh,
free.
Look at you, Mr. Ding.
I got my own bell from Benny's. When the Benny's closed, I bought one of the bells they used to do to ring people to the front.
I love it.
Right so
and yours is like a legit bell, not a pretend bell.
No, mine was there. Sat in Benny's for decades.
Oh, well beloved.
It's got the dust and rust to prove it. Folks, as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
You can find so many awesome photos. Okay, if you're going to be going to that photography event that Ben was talking about, we surely want to see your pictures. But let's be real, the photography skills here in Rhode Island are out of control, especially because this past couple of weeks have been peak foliage weekends. If you've been going to the farmers markets, if you've been going to Jackolantern Spectacular, we want to see these pictures. So please use that hashtag Wicked Rhody and tag us. Other people will be able to see your photos, and we might share yours on our feed.
For advertising and sponsorship information, maybe you want us to come to your shop or your experience and do a little influencer marketing yourself or with us. We'd love to work with you on that. Just email us, wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, my name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.